Hey, everybody, welcome back to Coffee with John. Becca, good to see you again. Thanks for being here 2 days in a row. I'm looking forward to talking to you about your events coming up on October 10th, the Star Trek's 19th annual event show at the Orchard Mall in West Bloomfield from 11 to 3 p.m. Free and open to the public, 50 exhibitors and showcasing products and services for all the upcoming events. Starting off, it's great to see that events are back. I've been to a bunch, and it feels great to be at events. They look a little bit different, some of them, and so I wanted to talk today. What are parties today? What do they look like today?
So, it's been a little while since the event industry had to make a 180, and really a complete overhaul. And I'm going to truly say that some of the changes that people were forced to make are for the better.
Yeah.
Really. So really all the pieces of the puzzle of putting an event together have changed. Let's first talk about the venue, the choice of venue. I do feel like people are choosing a spot that may have an indoor-outdoor option. Or people are going with the spot that's maybe a little too large for the amount of people they're having so that the flow of the event can be better. So there are large facilities that maybe were only reserved in the past for giant functions, and now those spaces are getting utilized regularly now.
Right.
So that's first. The flow in itself has changed. We're spacing things out better. We're making dance floors larger. We're giving people more room to move around, more room for food, more room for socializing, more room for dining. Everything's spaced out really well. Food. Let's talk about food. So I do feel like a plated meal that's being prepped in a kitchen will always be popular. I mean, as long as it's, served safely, I think a plated meal will always be popular. But we are finding like the off-premise catering or the caterers that are providing buffets now, there is no more do-it-yourself.
Yeah.
There's no more reach your hands in and grab and help yourself. So we have seen amazing vessels of, really fun ways to package in individual portions and small plates. And it's funny, I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or not, but the selections and are so much healthier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's the vegan, vegetarian, clean eating lifestyle has really overcome on a lot of these buffets too. It's so beautiful. So many of the presentations now are so beautiful, but also the food is made so you can just grab, bits and pieces of things safely, or they're handed to you safely. You're not helping yourself.
Yeah.
I wrote myself a few notes so I didn't forget.
Yeah.
The photo booth line or the activity lines that we used to see, at a lot of functions. There's now roaming photo booths where the photographer's got like a ring roamer and he's roaming around taking pictures of guests that they can send to social media or print at the party versus standing in line. The same thing for some of the kids' parties we're doing now. There used to be a long line of them creating like swag stations. And now the kids can create a little order on a little tag and they can leave it with the swag makers and they can come pick up their gift later in the night. So nobody's just standing around, waiting for anything.
Which is so nice because that I'm not saying it holds up a party, but it pauses parts of the party as so many people are waiting in line. Yeah.
So the lines are gone. I was just at a function for less than 200 guests, just recently, and there was 4 bars in the room. Now, in the past, there would have been 2 bars in the room for that many people. There was 4 bars in the room. So a bar is still a place where people are going to congregate. So there was a bar in the foyer area. There was 3 bars in the ballroom. So it gave people, again, more room to just spread out.
Yeah, I would agree. It does sound better. I mean, it's, when you think about it like that, it's like no lines, people serving you, everything's a little bit cleaner. I was traveling recently when I was in the Delta Club in Detroit, and they had a buffet, and it was self-serve, and I thought it was kind of gross. I mean, and I typically would have eaten it in the past, but I wouldn't now, and it was interesting because then the table with all the packaged stuff was full of food, but everyone was kind of I was surprised to actually see that. So I'm glad to hear that parties have kind of, raised
Yeah.
the bar in that way. Yeah.
The seating options have changed also. Star Treks, the event planners on my team, they love to create, mix up the seating, do soft seating that gives you couches and chairs and coffee tables, like, a soft seating area, which hosts amazing conversation. Then, of course, the larger 72 and 60-inch round tables that used to hold 10, 12 people now hold 6 or 8 people.
Yeah.
So even the seating is spaced obviously better. And I think some of these things are here to stay, truthfully.
Yeah. It's go ahead.
I was going to say, yesterday we talked for a brief moment when you and I were alone about the invitation.
Yeah.
And so here's like the, how do you word an invitation? I only want you to come to my party if you feel well. Is it fair to say, or are you allowed to say, please only come to my party if you're vaccinated? Or, it's tricky. That's all real tricky. Of course, everyone wants to host an event and keep people safe. And I think we're doing everything in our power at this point to do just that. I will say something new with invitations, regardless if it's a online invitation or if it's a printed invitation, we're capturing the email address of the attendee. So we can email them 2 or 3 times prior to the event saying, if you don't feel well, don't come. Our feelings won't be hurt. Or here's our rules for the night, and so they're allowed to share some of those things with their guests prior to attending.
Yeah, I think it's great. Becca, I would agree with you. It sounds like parties are getting better. I mean, I think it's great. And I think, you bring up you bring up something that, people I think aren't necessarily thinking about, but the nuances of parties are really important. So I know Star Treks, you're throwing this huge event, but having a party planner to help you come up with these ideas, to take the stress out of the planning, to know the nuances. And like you said earlier, really understand not only the flow of the room, but the flow of the night, the flow of the planning, the flow of getting rid of the anxiety of the planning. Talk for a minute about Star Treks and the party planning element that you guys do for your clients.
So Star Treks is a company that's been around since the early 80s. They started as an MC, DJ, dancer, lighting, staging, just an additional add-on to a function. And they have since morphed into a full event planning agency that handles everything. They can literally handle everything from, the first call to the gift or the valet parkers bringing your car up at the end of the night. We do have customers that just utilize our service. They call us just for valet parking, or they call us just for photo booths, or they call us just for soft seating and furniture rentals or lighting and staging. But we have lots of customers that call us to help us. Oh, there's our website.
There you go.
Call us, and we help them for the full event. We plan parties. All kinds of parties, all kinds of life cycle celebrations, weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, communions, corporate events, nonprofit events. And
all right, there's my dogs.
Yes, yeah, lucky you.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Becca, tell people how they can connect with you and get a hold of you, not only Star Treks to help them with an event and everything about it, but also a little bit more about the event that's coming up on the 19th. Excuse me, on the 10th.
So you can reach Star Treks through our website at info@startreks.com. You can call us. You can knock on our door on Wolcott and Ferndale. We'd love to meet you. We are starting to meet people face to face again. Whatever our customers' comfort level, we're there. We're there for you. Every year for the past 18 years, we've created an event show. This year, it is at the Orchard Mall in West Bloomfield, and it's this Sunday. I said yesterday, we've been working on this show for 2 years because unfortunately last year we were forced to cancel. So I really feel like the attendance will be great. I know that our exhibitors are motivated to, showcase their product and service. And it's this Sunday at the Orchard Mall. It's open to the public. It's free to attend. There'll be 50 vendors on site. Everything from fantastic venues, catering, rental companies, balloon decorators, entertainment companies, photo booths, you name it. We've got the entire place stocked with vendors that you can literally plan your entire function, in one day.
That's great.
It's from 11 to 3 and it's free to attend.
It's great. Becca, I always enjoy talking with you, seeing you. It's great having you on this morning. Star Trek has also been a huge part of not only the bar and bat mitzvahs that my kids had, but also other major events in our family's lives. So Star Trek's, I just think the world of Star Trek's and you and what you did for my family back in the day when you were with Joe Cornell. So I appreciate you being on today. Everybody, if Becca can help you, please reach out. She'll be back on the show on Friday with some vendors, and we'll talk more about events. And I'm looking forward to that. Think Community, thank you, Becca. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
See you Friday.
See ya.